2019 GSL Super Tournament, Season 2.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Day 3 of the GSL Super Tournament.
I think we can call it Day 2.5 based on how quick yesterday went.
Yeah, Day 2 was very short. That was actually really weird. We started at 5, and I think we ended like before 8, so we were walking around this part of the neighborhood when we were never out at that time. So that was odd.
It was.
We will definitely have a longer day today, though.
That part of it was odd as well, but just the fact that it was 4 3-0s in matches that I literally thought all of them were going to be highly contested.
Yeah, that was a shocker. Obviously, you know, you'll have a 3-0 here or there, but the fact that everything was one-sided was pretty insane. Short games, too.
Yeah. It was just very fast overall. But a lot of times when we have a one-sided round, we follow that up with something amazing.
That's right. Here we can see the 2019 Wcs Korea Standings. Remember that Super Tournament, this is the last one before we go to the World Championship Series actual finals here. So you can see there's a struggle here. Some of these guys need to perform well in the Super Tournament if they're going to get to that final step.
Well, here's the thing, right? So if you look at the top person that's still... Okay, well, we moved out of that too quickly. But TY is the highest ranked. He needs to get 1,100 points more than Stats via this tournament, which is impossible because Stats won his first round. But that standing that we just showed is based on Classic going to BlizzCon, which I'm hearing it's more likely he's going to. And if that's the case, then yeah, it's all lock.
Yes.
So we might have figured out the Korean lineup exactly.
It might have finally cemented here.
Yeah.
Stats versus Dark is going to be our first match. After that, Sue versus GuMiho, Partying versus TY. And Classic versus Hero? Yeah, Classic versus Hero.
Classic versus Hero. Okay, so Stats took down Rogue 3-1. He used cannon rushes quite a bit. Rogue, to be perfectly honest, Rogue didn't play really all that well. He forgot Baneling's speed, and then we saw him. He's like, well, he has 8 Archons. It's time to morph 18 Banelings against that, because that is the counter. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's the worst thing that you could possibly have. You may as well just make drones and attack the Archons with the drones. It was not the finest match from Rogue. So even though Stats won that, I am not holding out much hope for him beating Dark.
Well, he had a very specific approach to taking on Rogue, but I think you're completely right in that Rogue, he did not look like he was playing that well. Sometimes you see people lose in the straight-up match of skill, but this time around, Rogue really did make some mistakes, but I still got hope for Stats here. I think it's going to be much tougher against Dark. I think he had to show a little bit too much of his build order hand here and some of the tricks up his sleeve to get past Rogue, but now he's up against another mammoth Zerg here.
Yeah, and Dark is not going to play anything like we saw previously. Like, he's going to be ready, first off, for the cannon rushes that Rogue died to, so Stats can't really reuse those. I think that Stats' style right now, in general, is not that good for the metagame, which is going to make this a very, very tough match for him. I'm really feeling Dark here, Tasteless, like a 3-1 or a 3-0.
I think you might be right. I would love for this to be close. I need a close match after yesterday, man. That was so weird.
Jonesing for a close match.
Jonesing for a 3-2. Can I get my fix? We're going to find out. Our game's loaded up. We're going to go to the match right now. Let's start. Let's game start.
Here we go, gamers.
Come on, gamers. What's up, fellow gamers?
Splice Stats.
I mean, that's one thing we all got in common, right, Artos?
We're all
e-gamers. We e-game.
We're all e-gamers, man. We're a demographic that people need.
That's right.
The e-gamers.
The e-gamers. How many times have you heard somebody say e-gamer?
Well, I remember...
I just hear people bring it up. I'm like, what is that? That is not even a thing.
I know.
It's like a nothing word. It doesn't mean anything.
I think I heard it one time where Adabisi was telling me he was using the term e-gamers. That's definitely where I got it from. And it was just too funny. It's just like, oh my god, this is the silliest thing that you can call people who like esports is e-gamers.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming down.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I every time I hear somebody say e-gamer, I actually just have to be like, okay, you know that's actually not That's a meaningless thing. You can just say gamer, right?
Well, it's like it's one of those ironic things where if you're saying it unironically, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, that raises the eyebrow.
This is like people older than my dad that really have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, but if you say it ironically, it's really funny.
It's
like
really
funny.
Well, there was a whole period in time where people weren't sure about the term e-sport. People were like, I don't know. I mean, where's the ball?
Yeah. And now it's fashionable just to argue about the capitalization of that.
Yeah.
You do you, Paul. All right. That stuff is funny, though. It's like, should it be called esports tasteless? Let's get your...
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it, yeah.
My vote is I don't care.
Yeah. Well, what I always find fascinating is people who actually follow, more mainstream physical sports and laying on their opinions. I'm like, we don't actually care what you think either, okay? Like, we're not trying to get in with you guys either.
When people start,
right? You're confused. We don't...
Yeah, when people start pointing out what angry sports ball watchers are saying on Twitter or something, I'm like...
That's funny.
So,
yeah, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, like...
We're not trying to win you guys over either, okay?
Yeah, no.
I'm sure there's some industry people who are, but I am actually not interested in what you guys are doing.
Oh, is this not for you?
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's cool. You know what? The mud flaps on your truck of a naked lady silhouette aren't for me. So, I mean, I guess we both like things the other don't like.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need you to like my thing. It's fine. So we've got a Stargate build coming up here.
Yeah, I'm not digging Stargate right now, Tasteless.
Well, why not, Artie? Why are you being a Debbie Downer
I think it's too slow right now. I think you have to play a very aggressive style of PvZ to get it going right. I guess we'll see what he does with it. There are more aggressive options. If it's like a 3 Oracle, I don't like it as much. If it's a 1 Phoenix into something super cheesy, I'm like, okay, we can get on board with that. It's a 1 Phoenix, 1 Oracle into something super cheesy, yeah, I can get on board with that too.
Well, that might be what we have here, Artosis.
Yeah, but if he goes for that second Oracle Tasteless, that's where I start to not like it. That's where I'm not getting on board Tasteless, okay?
That gets a big thumbs down from you.
Yeah, I'm not going to get on that cruise ship again. And then when it hits an iceberg and I'm just living on a beautiful island, should have listened to me and my tarot cards.
By the way,
second Oracle.
There it is. Artosis disapproves. So we've talked about this a lot, but it's worth noting because Zerg seems to be so profoundly strong in the Supreme late game that a lot of players are basically trying to avoid late game. Not just in PvZ, TvZ as well. We see a lot of Terrans, when it gets to a far enough along point, it's tough to take on Zergs. So it seems like a lot of game plans here for Zergs to stretch the game out unless they do this crazy Night Assault and stuff. I guess on the Protoss side, I should say, they're almost always trying to do some type of timing attack. So a lot of times we're expecting some moment where the Protoss will come in with a specific unit composition, try to do damage to a Zerg when they might not have the right units or tech to address what's going to happen.
Oh, nice shade in here, actually. Some very quality damage. Look at this. 5 drones going down overall so far. So we've gone up to 3 Oracles, huh?
Yep.
Nice stats. Let's see it. See how many drones you're going to get here, buddy. We have that +1 melee on the way. Baneling Nest as well. Ooh, that's really interesting. What's he doing with that Baneling Nest, you think?
I don't know.
Is
he
that
getting it just for
defensive
defensive measures? Like, what if there's going to be a bunch of Adepts coming at me and I got to deal with it somehow? I mean, it's possible.
That is definitely possible.
It doesn't cost that much to just throw it down,
No, you're right. It's not that expensive. Because he's against a Stargate opener, in general, Ling Bane is not too bad. I wonder, though, if we might see him play... Oh, okay. Maybe just a Ling Bane, like Ravager, Ling Bane Roach type of style here. I just want to see if he gets the Baneling speed or actually utilizes Banelings. Because we've seen the rise of Ling Bane in ZVT. And it's funny because a lot of the time you'll see something rise up in a matchup and then like a couple months later, it enters another match of the same build, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like you can also do this against this race too.
Like, I thought the races were different. It's like, no, they're not. they're all the same.
Banelings don't discriminate with their burst damage.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's funny. He just had, okay.
Not sure what he's... Look at that. Stats starts attacking, has to run. My God.
Okay, all the rest of these Banes are about to finish. These Lings are going to come up here. Is he actually going to go for it? These are not speed Banes.
No, they are not. I guess, well, he'll get through that Adept pretty quick, that's for sure. Oh, my God. Get that pylon.
Oh, that would have been very satisfying had he got that.
Yeah. But look at this. He just walks where he wants.
Yeah.
He's just going. Here I am. Banelings everywhere. Try to run. You have nowhere to go.
Okay, he might get some really good connections up here. Oh! 23 kills so far. More Lings coming up. Stats really hurting right now.
What a funny thing that we're watching.
I don't think we've ever quite seen an attack like this.
Yeah, this seems
it's
very, very meta, right? Because
it seems like
with the Oracle opening, normally you go into Immortals right now and not Archon. Like if you went into like Archon draw, obviously you can't do a build like this, but he just like
that was so so
he just smashed him with a group of Lings and a group of slow Banelings when he made 3 Oracles. Tell me how good that Oracle build is.
I'll give it 2 thumbs down, Artosis.
Yeah.
No, look, I mean, that was, it seems like he has that set up. He knows that Protoss is on his way to doing something, and usually Zergs are going to do either Road Ravager or just Lings by themselves to try to do harass and slow it down. But I guess, yeah, if you just get Banelings, 3 bases, they are spread kind of thin there. The Oracles were being used to harass. He can just kind of fork Banelings out in every direction and then attack with Lings, and that damage was so crippling, so debilitating that there was really no way that Stats could have recovered. So he taps out, and here we are loading up game 2.
Yeah, it was weird because it was very positional as well. He had plenty of sentries that shouldn't have worked so well, but okay, good on Dark. He wins game 1.
We're going to go to Winter's Gate here for game 2. And hopefully we can have a better performance here by Stats, because Dark just stopped that game before it really even started.
Yes, he did. All right, well, this is the Bubula map.
Ready the Bubulas.
Prepare the Bubulas.
Prepare the Bubulas.
Prepare your Bubulas. Get your Bubulas ready.
That's right. And that is loaded up now. So let's go into game 2 with Stats for start.
Game start. Splice Stats. Dark.
Okay. You made me think of something when you said 2 thumbs down. You know what a Protoss hand looks like? Can you imagine it, or do I need to pull up a picture?
They have like Ninja Turtle hands, right?
Yeah, they have 3 fingers.
From Russia, welcome.
CSL is the best. Or GSL is the best. I think it's probably GSL.
I'm hoping it's GSL.
He probably, I mean, CSL is a collegiate league, both in China and America, so I doubt that Russian fan is really thinking that's the best while he's at GSL, so I think that was a G, and I just misread it.
Let's go with a G.
Yeah, we're going to go with that.
So
Cannon Rush.
I want to talk about Protoss hands, but let's go ahead and just get on this Cannon Rush real quick here, because this is going to pick up very quickly.
Look at this. He's not even moving.
Yeah. Now we saw Rogue basically be like, fine.
Yeah.
Make the cannons.
Maybe Dark watched those games. He's like, you know what? That was the right way to do it. That part where he didn't do anything then died, I'm going to do that.
He cancels the hatch here.
Definitely very different already. Throws the gateway down immediately, so it looks like it's the Stalker-based one.
Yeah, it appears that the second hatch is going to be relocated to the 3 o'clock spot. Well, I say that, now he's moving the drone away.
Yeah, I don't think you can go make another hatch. I think you have to spend your money on defense here, and it would be very easy to cannon rush the second hatch anyways.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, so it doesn't go for any sort of spine crawler here.
Okay, cannons are being laid out over here.
Okay,
Spawning pool just now finishes.
Yeah, he's getting that gas just in time for it to die to 2 cannons that are warping in.
Yeah, that's a little bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like mistakes may have been made here.
Okay, so there's 3 cannons now on the high ground. He does cancel that gas because, as you were saying, Artosis, that 100% is going to be killed.
Oh, you know what? He was actually going to be supply blocked, so that's actually what that was.
Okay.
Okay, because that was
That's
really
actually a good play then.
confusing. Okay, 2 more cannons. Cybernex Core on the way. I like that he made the cannons there rather than shield batteries, even though this, if it's the soccer build, obviously you need shield batteries, but with this many crawlers, you're going to be in trouble if you don't do that.
Okay, so there's 5 spine crawlers coming here. They're going to have to... I think he wants to wait for them to all finish and then try to dive. Nope, he's just going to try to edge in here on the side.
Ooh, tries to block them from coming up, but Stats not quite quick enough on that. Yeah, that's a good burrow right there. He's going to get that side cannon.
Yeah, looks like he might just barely end up losing 1 spine, though. Nice on Burrow. Pulls that away.
Really nice.
Okay, so now he has a total of 6 spine crawlers. He'll probably uproot all of them. And, oh, hold on. He actually is just going to try to control his own ramp because there's no way that Stalkers should be able to just fight that many spines on a ramp.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh, my eyes.
Well, he's going to run right past letting a Zealot die for him. Yeah, I don't know about
I don't know
this.
what's going on in this one, man.
And look, he's getting Baneliness. Actually, I think he's got a good counter here. Like, this many spines, you're right. You're not going to fight that with Stalker.
Well, you literally can't win now.
I think Stats has to look at this and go home and get a second gas.
Yeah.
He needs to start making probes again. Like
I think what's going to happen is he's going to eventually die to Ling Bane. He'll have all the spines uproot, attack the cannons, and then he'll shoot down the ramp with the Lings and Banes.
Well, all you have to do
kill
is
everything, and then the game is just over, right?
If you clear up here, the stuff down there can't see you, so you just kill it with spines.
Yeah.
You just move your spines up to the edge of your creep. Notice how he's getting the creep tumors.
But I was actually thinking that he can actually run right towards the main as well here. He's so undefended.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, he can actually just immediately end the game because all of the infrastructure is literally at the... See, okay, here he goes. He's going to go do it now.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do? Oh, you going to make a cannon?
You got to make more than that, that's for sure. You can make...
And keep in mind that he's going to morph Banelings there, so he's going to blow up that pylon going there. I think that's it, man, right?
Yeah, he can't really take damage right now.
Yeah. Wow.
That one cannon.
This is some street justice for all Protoss cheesers. This is street justice here, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't just cheese and get away with it, Artosis. Look at this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, look, it's just he's going to blow that pylon up. We're about to go into game 3. Man, that's it. That's all she wrote. Murder she wrote, Artosis. Look at that. What are you going to do? You going to actually try to take that spine out?
I mean, shield batteries
maybe you'll kill all of his drones, you know, and then maybe it'll be a draw. Who knows? Not. Not. Man, Stats getting owned so far in the series. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Well, this build was a one-time use, really.
GG. Dark is already 2-0? What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Street justice.
Okay, well.
Guys, I don't know if we're going to have another close series for this one.
Well, at least our screen is fixed today.
Hey, that's right. Sorry, everybody that came down yesterday. Our screen was busted, so we had to roll up big TVs, and it was just like you would watch GSL at home. But yeah, we got it. The TV guy came. He fixed it. Esports lives on for another day. Stats might not, though. He is looking like he might get 3-0'd here. Lings and Banelings are good units, Artosis.
Yeah, no, you are right. It's just, I'm not surprised. I guess we said this at the very beginning. His style right now is not working out that well. Rogue did not play particularly well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess let's see. Thunderbird. It's more of a macro map. See if Stats takes it to a longer game.
Yeah. Game 3 has now loaded up. Stats vs. Dark continues on.
Game start. Splice Stats. Dark.
So 12 pool.
I sort of knew he was going to do something like this.
Why not?
Dark is one of those players, like when he gets a lead, he'll often then open up with an aggressive build in the next game.
So
another 3-0. I know what's going on. Why are we just making them play best of ones if they're all going to be 3-0s, right?
Channel your inner sewer mermaid. I love that phrase, sewer mermaid.
Sewer mermaid. I've actually never heard that before.
You've never heard that?
I've never heard sewer mermaid before.
I forget its origin, but yeah, sewer mermaid, it's like a way that people play. It's like you're a sewer mermaid.
I have never heard that word before.
I for the life of me, I can't remember where it started, but like, yeah, it basically
sewer mermaid.
Like that build stats just didn't last me, and that was a sewer mermaid build.
Oh, I love it when I learn a new word like this.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Okay, so Ling's immediately coming out across the map, and Stats actually made his pylon on the low ground.
Yeah, he made it out the big ramp, which is why this is a more reasonable build for this map. You're going to have to build so many buildings to make sure you're safe. This Nexus is going to be quite late here.
This is so annoying if you're a Protoss and you wanted to get an expansion up quickly. You're like, all right, well, time to try to put out this fire first.
Oh, yeah, they point out that you could theoretically bring some drones up there to mine through. Need to bring 2 if you want to do that, and it's a 12 pool, so how much are we going to wreck our economy? I'm not sure. I love this little mini game of I'm hitting your wall, and the Zealot has to come out to try to get him, but then you have Lings ready to run past him.
Yeah.
It's like so obvious what's going on, you know?
Okay, the second Zealot comes out, that makes it a lot more difficult. And we actually have 2 Adepts being made. He wants to try to get some counter pressure on here.
Yes.
One probe over here just to spot and confirm that, in fact, no, he is not going to mine out those minerals and try to run in from behind.
Yeah. And the 2 Adepts, by the way, I do love that, because when you go 12 pool, you never get speed with it, unless you're a true sewer mermaid. But the 2 Adepts, a lot of the times, can put on some very strong pressure. You kind of have to bring your Lings home, and if your opponent kind of outmicros you even a little bit, a lot of damage can be done. You really don't have a lot of damage output. You don't have a lot of ways to catch those Adepts.
Okay, he's going to try to take that probe out now. Finally, Protoss can begin to expand again and get back into the macro game that I think Stats was hoping for. You're just giggling about sewer mermaids still.
Yeah.
It's a good word, man.
When something's funny to me, man, it's just funny to me for a long time.
You can truly appreciate all parts of the joke.
Yeah, it just keeps popping into my mind.
Well, the Adepts are not going to get that much counterplay over here, but he'll at least get to monitor drone production and confirm, okay, there's not a dirty plan B here. In fact, he just wanted to get some control over his opponent and then try to drone up behind that. Now, that's a cute spot to put that Stargate, by the way.
Yeah, that's nice to wall that a little bit, just in case he tries to do something a little bit sneaky. Stats not actually committing with the Adepts at all, so he's going to prefer to keep those live rather than suicide them in to kill some drones. Dark has been good on keeping those Lings back and following the Shades, zoning as much as he can with the Queens as well. Looks like a Phoenix coming out first to clear some Overlords. Third Nexus coming up very, very quickly. I like it overall. Like, look at these 2 builds. I like Stats' a little bit, even though I'm still not a huge fan of Stargate openers.
I'm just hoping we can get more of a solid game from Stats here.
Well, it's definitely going to go longer, so I guess it'll look better for that reason.
I just hope he doesn't abruptly die. Tosis.
Yeah, with the
I'm
wall
tired
he
of
already
these
has,
3-0s.
I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, so finally actually goes in. Look at that, 4 kills already.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, not bad. Couple Lings, 4 drones. Pretty reasonable. We'll start to push back some Overlords now, going into his Robo.
2 Oracles coming out here, so we might have that 3 Oracle play again.
Yeah, and I think he's probably just going to go into Immortal production here. Hopefully he'll throw down a Forge relatively soon, because any attack timings are very delayed, so why not get some upgrades to go with them?
So here he comes. He's going to be able to disable that Queen, and this allows him to snipe down several more drones.
Not bad, not bad. 3 more drones right there. So 7 drones falling so far, and again, it was a 12-pool opener, so.
Yeah. So even though this game kind of started out with a little bit of tension, things have actually eased up and relaxed a little bit. Now we're going into more of a macro game here.
Yeah, the Forge and Twilight now coming up. Even fielding an Observer before any other Robotech. I love it.
Snipes 3 more drones. Both Oracles duke it out, which means the harass can continue on.
Now, from here, you have to make a plan as Stats of what type of idea do you want to try to accomplish here, right? And that's, I think that some of the important things to think about are, is there going to be a second Robo? Are you going to move out at a strong attack at +1 or at +2? And are you getting blink or charge first? So those are kind of the things that I'm going to be looking for here.
Not bad. With that Observer, he's able to just wipe out a few of those creep tumors, keeping Zerg a little bit busy while still teching up here on the Protoss side of things.
I'd actually like to see a blink. No, he gets charge. Okay. So my thoughts on that charge upgrade right there is he might be moving out at +1.
Okay. He'll get a Warp Prism and then just try to flood him with Zealots and run him
Zealot
down.
Immortal, some Sentries. Probably at that point a couple Archons as well. Which I don't think it's that bad. I think it's an alright idea for the way that this game has unfolded. Like, if it was a more normal game and he had opened like this and gone into this, I think it's going to be less strong. But in this situation, not too bad. Kind of like it. All right, Infestation Pit is on the way. So is that just a rush up to Hive, or are we going to see something like Swarm Host coming out?
Let's see here. I feel like Dark has not even flexed his late game here.
Yeah.
You know, because of the cheese that was completely denied there, and then the fact that he just interrupted the mid-game, or the beginnings of the mid-game, I should say, in game 1. But he is going to get a Nidus network. I was actually about to say we will probably have some Nidus play. Niduses are getting really abused effectively here by Zergs now.
Yeah, Rogue has really kind of mastered that style. And we have the Swarm Host coming up as well. So, yeah, this game should, like, I don't think it will necessarily end quickly here, but it should come to a head pretty quickly where we see someone gain a pretty big advantage.
Yeah.
Stats has set himself up for this aggressive attack with the +1, with the charge, whereas if the game goes much longer, the Nidus Swarm Host for Dark should be very, very strong.
Yeah, this timing attack is basically hitting as the Nidus attack would hit, so it looks like we're going to have the Nidus, I think it's unloading right now.
Yeah.
He's probably going to chuck some Swarm Hosts in there, but he might end up giving up his 4th if he does this.
Yeah, that is a little bit scary right there. I feel like Dark has to pull back. There's no way to hold the 4th base. Maybe you can hold up the ramp, though. Okay, good force fields from Stats. Really doing a punish here.
He does get to snipe the Nexus with this, right?
Yes,
yeah,
of
100%.
course, yeah.
He will immediately take that out. Okay, so it's, even though Dark sacks basically his 4th, that hasn't been killed, though. Actually, excuse me, Stats is going to go in here for the kill move.
My God, if he kills that Nidus right now, the Swarm Host can't get back. Kill it, kill it, kill it.
Oh, they're trying to unload.
I feel like he could have targeted that a little bit quicker, but you know what? The Swarm Hosts are not ready.
And the Swarm Hosts are now going to be isolated over here at the 3rd and get massacred. He's going to try to regroup once more.
Ooh, where's that Prism at?
Again,
One of those Immortals got real low.
Stats needs this attack to basically close the game out. Again, he's on 3 bases actually, because he expanded while he was pushing.
And the drone's getting pulled, so you know that means that Dark is really on the brink here.
Oh, look, I think that was Corrosive Biles might have connected on that Warp Prism. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, it seemed like a couple did, but maybe they just barely missed.
You know, it's not easy for these Roaches to take on Immortal Archon, but especially with the Warp Prism here for micro purposes, he might have to chuck out just a few more Locusts with those Swarm Hosts. Okay, and somehow, some way, it appears that Dark is going to survive this attack.
Yes.
But 28 drones have been killed off.
Yeah, it was a lot of damage done. Like, obviously, that set of Locusts did a lot to kill the Nexus, but killing 28 drones is pretty strong. I guess he never actually killed the 4th base, the 4th hatchery.
Yeah, well, he was trying to go for a kill move here, so...
Yeah, which I think is actually 100% the right call.
I agree, but because he did not take a more conservative approach and just kill the hatchery and, like, guarantee the ground that he gained, like, he capitalized on it, this means that there's a lot more recovery room here for Dark.
Now, starting to just micro this Prism with Immortals, great call here to just keep very, very active with it. I really want to see him try to hit that 4th base again as well, though.
All right, well, I don't think that Stats is going to take a 4th immediately. I think he wants to try to actually lean in again here and punish the Zerg for having lost so many drones. Let's see if this next attack can actually do it, though.
Yeah, a few Locusts coming out, but he definitely has enough to plow through there.
GG! Stats takes that game.
Yeah, maybe a little bit greedy there by Dark. The 12 pool, you know, where he lost like 7-8 drones to the counter harassment, Stats with insta 3rd base. going into a +1 charge timing attack, and then he still launches his locust out. And the thing is, maybe that was the right choice, but I feel like when you see him moving in that quickly on your 4th, first off, you can tell he's not super preparing for later portions of the game. It's not like he's got 2 forges at home. It's not like he's getting Psystorm at that moment, right? He's really putting all of his eggs into this attacking basket. So to do that...
Into this attacking basket.
The attacking basket. That's,
This is... I mean, you put all your eggs into the attacking basket, Artosis.
Yeah. Well, it's like a basket. Don't think of it as a basket for Easter eggs. Think of it as a basket on a desk where there's like an inbox and an outbox.
Okay.
There's the attacking basket. There's the defending basket. There's the macro. There's all sorts of baskets.
It's
and
like, don't count all your attacking eggs before they've hatched. I mean, is that what they say,
that might be able to work in a different metaphor, but
yeah.
He put all his eggs in that attacking basket.
I feel like you're making me walk on attacking eggshells right now, Artosis. Well, we don't have a 3-0.
Yes, that's true.
Good.
That is
God.
true. Interesting choices that led to this situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that Stats actually made a series of very good decisions, but Dark almost made him make those decisions because he 12-pooled to open.
Well, Dark has been very much so in control of every game here, but I wonder what that game would have looked like had he not done the 12-pool.
Well, it would have looked completely different because if you don't do the 12-pool, then your economy goes normally, and if Stats wants to do like a Stargate or something, you're going to be able to really get your economy rolling. But in that situation, like what he's looking for is possibly a just very quick win off the 12-pool. Some people go Nexus first or something.
Right.
You wall out
true.
there, you're forcing a lot of buildings and stuff, but Stats reacted very, very well. He had a very smart follow-up rather than go... If he had gone for the longer game, like if he had started Blink, if he had gone for... Because if you start Blink, you're going for +2, okay?
Yeah.
If that was the route he had taken, because remember, we were kind of talking which one is he going to go for, I think the Swarm Host Nidus actually helps Dark to get ahead at that point.
Yeah. It's smart, too. If you're up 2-0, or you have 2 wins, you just need 1 more win to move on. Why not just try something that may give you a free win?
Yeah,
and
no,
if
I
not,
think
it's like, okay,
fair.
I've got a solid plan from here on out.
Yeah, I think that's a really reasonable way to look at it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like Dark led him by the hand into winning that game based on the way that he played it.
Acropolis for map 4. Stats has begun the comeback, but he's going to have to win 2 more games in a row. I don't know, man. Dark is supposed to win this on paper, okay? He's rank 1 in WCS points. He is an absolute monster of his Zerg. Stats is good, but
I want to see it Nexus first here, Tasteless.
Yeah? All right, well, let's see if it happens.
This is the right moment to Nexus first.
Our game's ready. This is game 4 of Stats versus Dark.
Game start. Splice. Stats.
Yeah, if you want a top 4 here, man, Nexus first it.
Dark.
And Nexus first. So a scoutless expand from Stats here. Just getting the gas first. If you aren't going to scout, getting gas first will optimize your gas a little bit if you're expanding.
I'm rooting for Stats here, guys. I'm going to be honest.
You're rooting for Stats?
I'm rooting for Stats here.
Okay.
I'm on an anti-Zerg casting mode, Artosis.
Are you?
I'm ready for the Zergs to go down.
Well, Dark is one of those guys that's good whether Zerg is good or not. It's not a patch Zerg, as you say.
Not as I say, Artosis, as they say.
Yes,
that's
true,
a damning term, a patch Zerg or a patch Terran or a patch Protoss.
Yes, but the word you actually works for that as well. It doesn't have to be they. That's like third person plural, but you can be second person plural, right?
Okay.
So you has taken the place of so many other pronouns.
It's true, especially in the English language, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's an English word, so that's where it would do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well played, Artosis.
Yeah. So I was not referring to you.
Thank you.
basis.
Well, I just want to make
As
very
referring
clear,
to
Artosis.
You, as in you people.
As in y'all.
Y'all.
As in all y'all. Now, let's remember that Dark had this really kind of unique timing attack that he did in Game 1, where he just sort of interrupts everything that's going on with the Protoss. It seems like the Protoss is sort of like going to good places, but should just barely have enough to defend everything, and it turns out it's just not the case with Link Bane. Like, I don't know if we're going to have anything similar to that here. Because whenever you see an unusual attack like that, you got to ask yourself, okay, is this the start of a pattern that we're going to just start seeing?
This, I would say, is a much worse map for something like that.
Okay.
I don't think that we're going to see it looking the same at all. I think, banelings are good against Protoss, of course, but yeah, I guess we'll see how this starts to go. I think that you could get into another Swarmhost Nidus game here as Dark if you want to. We see that Stats is going for a Stargate. Now, again, we got to count the Oracles and see what he's up to. Is this going to be a hyper-aggressive play, or is he going to go for more of that macro-esque style, which in the past has worked for him? We've seen him, maybe, what was it, 2 months ago with 3 Oracle play, just wreck and face. But
yeah.
Currently in the meta, I disagree. And we'll see if he goes for it again, though.
Well, Stats has kind of built his career off of being a top-tier conservative Protoss player. It's why it was very exciting when he beat Rogue with a whole bunch of crazy rushes. It's like, whoa, what are we watching here? Is this party playing, But it doesn't seem like this always bodes well for him against some of these powerhouse macro Zergs. So I am curious to see what an endgame would look like with these two, but I feel like Dark should take that as well.
Yeah, well, the end game is, I'm not too curious at seeing what that looks like, because I have a feeling I already know that it's going to involve fungals and neurals and infested Terrans.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I've seen enough of those. So I want to see what his mid-game is looking like. So he is going for multiple Oracles. We see a second one on the way. I assume a third one's going to be made as well. Now, let's watch Dark and see if he changes up from the last time he played against Triple Oracle, right? Because he did go for that Ling Bane. Don't think it's as good here. We'll see. All right, he gets his +1 melee.
Looks like he actually is going to kill that Overlord off. Nicely done. He's just going to stay on the exterior here.
It's always a very tempting thing. You get a lot of damage on an Overlord and the Queens come. You're like, can I get back there and get that? Can I draw the Queen somewhere else and go get that?
Yeah. Okay, he's going to try to come in here now. And I don't even see a Queen here to defend. Oh, it's actually all the way down there. He does disable that. And he's actually going to get, what, 6, almost 7 drones there.
Really
now
reasonable.
He loses the Phoenix, which is a little bit annoying. It makes it harder to dive back in.
Yeah.
But 6 kills that quickly is definitely a worthwhile attack.
Yeah, that was good. But at the same time, when you're playing like this, you don't actually have any units to attack with. So even though you kill the drones, they can kind of remake the drones. It really reminds me of, remember when Bisu really started mastering harassment against Zerg, and it seemed like it would be unbeatable. And then Jaedong started just getting like an extra hatchery and just making more drones.
Yeah.
Let's go, you kill 10 drones, here's 10 drones again.
Yeah. It's almost like you're anticipating that you're going to have casualties in the workers, and you're just like, all right, well, let's just make even more.
We've seen that shift against these 3 Oracle openings, because if you go 3 Oracle and Phoenix, you don't really have an attack that's scary coming up.
Well, you don't have like a quick ground army.
Yeah.
You are able to safely expand because the Oracles can mow down any Lings that come over there. But yeah, I mean, if you just overproduce drones, it kind of mutes the effects of the harass.
Yeah. And look, right, he's lost like 11 drones or 12 drones or something like that. He's at 63 workers right now. So it's, he's got that 3 base economy steady. He's got his 4th going up right now, a macro hatch going up right now, and good creep spread. I don't see anything wrong with Dark's position, even though the harassment seemed to be good.
Yeah. He's handling this very nicely. His Stats is teching into Templar tech now. He's getting a lot of Immortals. It seems like in this game specifically, he's been able to do exactly what he planned. Yeah. No real interruptions here from Dark, who's basically let him have free range of his build order in this game. Quite the reversal of what we saw in Game 1, where Dark tries to completely and totally seize control of the game by forcing the Protoss to react and respect the Zerg's opening. These guys have both been very passive going into Game 4. Go ahead.
I was going to say that I'm a bit nervous for Stats because his build looks like he wants to do a very similar attack to what we saw last game, but the situation is completely different.
Right.
Dark is really focusing on this mid game right now. He's got 2 Evos out, he's got Roaches, and he's getting Baneling speed. So if you do a similar attack, it will not work.
Well, that attack that he did in the game that he won, like, that was right when the Nidus attack was supposed to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, oh my god. And also, Dark did this thing, I think it was maybe questionable. I get the idea behind it, but he actually went with the Nidus attack initially anyways. He overwhelmed the Nexus, took that out, and then came back. But then he did not have enough time to get more Locusts to help fight off the initial attack. And that's where the bulk of his army was destroyed, which allowed him to slowly get squeezed into tapping out. Oh! Oh!
Good defense by Stats. All right, Storm is on the way. He is taking a 4th base, so it's not the same attack as we saw before. Notice he's getting +2, he's getting Storm. These are different things from what we saw previously. So this is more of a pressure. I don't think he's expecting to do too much. He's got to be careful, though. You miscontrol this, and the Banelings get in. You're going to take some casualties.
Okay. This is a lot of Banes coming out here now. The force field's pretty good, lucking out some of those Roaches. And with the Oracles combined in here, if he can target down more of those Banes, oh my god, Dark just has so much, it's ridiculous.
I'm so surprised that he actually went for that. I thought it would just be a pressure.
Oh my god.
But he actually went for it.
Look at this army. Look at Dark saying, Stats, never do this ever again in a game of StarCraft. Like, you have nothing.
Yeah, like maybe his intel wasn't high enough. I mean, he did
not have a good read on the situation at all.
Yeah,
okay.
Like if Dark is cutting every corner in the game, but he walked onto creep against someone with Baneling speed while going +2 4th base and Storm. Like,
yeah, no, this is.
I mean, I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but that's not how you do it.
You're being a bit of a Debbie Downer, but that's okay. This casting might require some Debbie Downness.
Yeah.
This is, I think, almost over. I mean, I don't know how you can recover. Now he's stormed his own army, and there's just nothing else left here. I think Stats had a very bad read on this where this game was actually, where it was at.
If he only pressures there and pulls back, I think that's a fine move. But
right, GG.
That engagement on a creep was not it.
In other breaking news, my pizza's here. In case you guys are wondering.
Pizza boy.
Get ready for acid reflux in Game 2, everybody.
Damn, you're going to have more pizzas than Starkiller in a minute here.
This is, yeah. This Super Tournament, I'm going to have pizza every day and be a little piggy caster.
Well, Dark moves on and just continues his reign of terror this year. This guy has had just the most unbelievable results.
And after Stats beat Rogue, GSL Korea champion, Dark is still, once again, reaffirming he's the Zerg you want to be watching. We're going to be going to an interview now with Dark and see how he's feeling. Then we'll go to a break, and then we'll go into our next match.
In the first matchup tonight, it is Dark who comes out victorious. Congratulations, Dark. Thank you. Your ZVP is so good. And how do you feel today? Oh, this Super Tournament, I wanted to have a comfortable mind. And playing like this, I think the games work out really well. And last season, you fell in the round of 4. How were you in the gap? And how's your condition? Well, I still have a lot of tournament days left, so I'm just keep practicing right now. In today's match, you did acquire the victory against the defensive Protoss player, Stats. And there was Cannon Rush today as well. So in this aspect, it feels like the Protoss is really struggling against Zerg right now. What do you think? Honestly speaking, I feel like the Immortal and Cannon Rush is really good right now. But Stats did really make a good preparation in terms of Cannon Rush. Depending on the Super Tournament results, the ticket to BlizzCon may vary. So it is highly likely that you'll be playing against Rogue. Well, the BlizzCon stage is really difficult. And I believe the other groups are really equally hard as well. So I'm just gonna have to overcome the DBD.
상관없다 이런 반응이신 것 같습니다. 자, 현재 이런 폼과 기세를
At the present, your form and condition,
참 중요할 텐데요.
it's gonna be really important later on. And before you go, anything to say? Every time in the tournament, I had pressure, but for this super tournament, I wanna feel ease in mind and try to play comfortably in my matches. And we'll look forward to your further matches. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy.
네, 이렇게 첫 번째
All right, so Dark moves on. He's our first player to survive. He's going to be in the final four.
Yeah, he played quite well, I would say, overall. Took that risk in Game 3 and lost it, but that's okay.
Yeah,
that was a very solid series from him, I would say, overall.
And it was not a 3-0.
No,
Thank
it was
God.
not. It was not a
3 yesterday. By the way, if you're in the studio, hang on to your tickets. There is a giveaway at the end of the show. We're giving away a GSL photo book, very rare, and a Cheese Zerger T-shirt.
Not
which
as
you
rare,
want to wear to your favorite party. Okay, you're going to be really cool at that party. We're going to go to a break. We're going to a break, and then when we come back, we'll go to our second best of 5. Don't go away.